Kenner's Star Wars collection, each sold separately. Large-sized Darth Vader with his lightsaber. Princess Leia, champion of the rebel cause, with her defender Luke Skywalker. You can swing him into action on his grappling hook. And load Chewbacca's laser crossbow. Star Wars large-size action figures, up to 15 inches tall and ready for action. Large-size Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, each sold separately, new from Kenner.
Here's the new Star Wars Death Star space station that you put together. Action figures each sold separately.
Darth Vader's firing a laser cannon. It's been hit. He's after Luke. Take the elevator. Hurry! Now cross the light bridge. You won't escape me. Jump, Luke. Oh, no. The trash compactor. There's a trash monster. The wall's closing. Save!
Kenner's new Star Wars Death Star space station. Action figures each sold separately. It's the Star Wars Land Speeder.
Wow! Looks like it's floating. People are coming. It's up to Luke Skywalker and his land speeder to get us out.
Action figures each sold separately. The Land Speeder has a snap-open space hatch, and Star Wars action figures R2-D2 and C-3PO fit right in back.
Hurry, they're dancing. Activate spring glide wheels. The Force goes with us. Yeah!
Kenner's Star Wars Land Speeder. Action figures each sold separately. It's Star Wars radio-controlled R2-D2. 2 9-volt and 2C alkaline batteries not included. You can make R2-D2 move, beep, and flash his light by wireless radio control.
Hey, let me try it.
You can make R2 move forward,
Look out, Dad!
backward, turn, and beep.
Hurry, turn, Dad.
Radio-controlled R2-D2. New from the Star Wars collection by Kenner.
Escape pod landing. Where am I?
It's the new Star Wars Land of the Jawas that you put together. Action figures sold separately. You can move the action lever and make the Jawa capture R2-D2.
R2, are you all right? What are they doing to you?
You can raise the elevator and make R2-D2 disappear into the sandcrawler.
Hang on, R2. I'm right behind you. Me too.
Kenner's new Star Wars Land of the Jawas. Action figures each sold separately. Now from Kenner's Star Wars collection, it's the Patrol Dewback. Action figures sold separately.
Let's find the droids. Do back. Hide, R2.
You can imagine you're a stormtrooper on the Patrol Dewback, searching for R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Look both ways, do back.
By moving his tail, you can make Dewback's head turn left and right. You can move his legs, too.
He found us. Good work, do back.
The new Star Wars Patrol Dewback from the Star Wars collection. Action figures each sold separately by Kenner. The new Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot from the Star Wars action figures collection. Each sold separately.
I'm Jawa. Want to buy a droid? Sure, what you got?
It's the new R5-D4 and the Power Droid.
So.
And here's Greedo, Han Solo, and Walrus Man.
You had it now, Solo. Yeah. Greedo, it's Ben Kenobi and his lightsaber. We're in trouble. Let's get out of here.
Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot, R5-D4, Greedo, and other action figures sold separately. New from Kenner. From Kenner's Star Wars collection, the Darth Vader TIE Fighter.
Careful, Luke. We've got company.
X-Wing fighter and action figure sold separately. Batteries not included.
It's on our tail, Luke.
Darth Vader's TIE Fighter has flashing lights, action sound.
Luke's force is strong, but we've got him now.
Oh, no, you don't.
We've lost those solar panels.
Perfect hit.
I'll be back.
Kenner's Star Wars Darth Vader TIE Fighter. X-Wing fighter and action figure each sold separately.
I'm after the Death Star plans.
Kenner's Star Wars large-size action figures sold separately with movable arms and legs. C-3PO, R2-D2, Han Solo and the Stormtrooper.
You'll never find a plan, Stormtrooper.
You can push R2-D2's secret button to open his hidden compartment.
Plans are safe and the Stormtrooper's gone. Thanks, Han. I didn't get this medal for nothing.
Large-size Stormtrooper, R2-D2, C-3PO, Han Solo, each sold separately from Kenner.
I need another grab the leg.
It's Kenner's new Star Wars droid factory that you put together to make your own droids. Jawa action figures sold separately.
Hey, I made R2-D2.
You can make your own droids or follow the droid maker blueprints. By switching different tops, arms, and legs, you can make hundreds of droids, up to 5 at a time. The movable crane swings parts where you need them. You can even make droids with wheels.
Gotcha.
The Star Wars Droid Factory. Jawa action figures sold separately. New from Kenner.
Nagamaru.
It's the Star Wars Creature Cantina that you put together. Action figures each sold separately. You can make them move on revolving discs with the action lever. You can even make them fall.
Gotcha, Hammerhead. Got him. I told you not to follow me, Greedo.
You owe us money, Han Solo.
You're not going to collect this time. Wow, what a weird place.
Kenner's new Star Wars Creature Cantina. Action figures sold separately. New Star Wars radio-controlled Jawa Sandcrawler.
Let's find some droids.
2 9-volt and 2 D batteries not included.
The Jawa's got the Death Star droid.
Action figures sold separately.
Up the elevator. He's in.
By radio control, you can make the Sandcrawler travel almost any direction by going forward, backward, then forward again.
Now to find more droids.
Star Wars radio-controlled Jawa Sandcrawler. Action figures each sold separately. New from Kenner. It's the Star Wars Imperial Troop Transporter that you put together. Batteries not included. Stormtrooper sold separately.
What's that?
It's my troop transporter. It makes 5 more sounds, too.
R2-D2, where are you?
There's the laser cannon, stun gun, and stormtrooper.
Did he say that?
Oh, Dad.
Star Wars Imperial Troop Transporter. Stormtrooper sold separately. New from Kenner.
From Kenner, it's the Star Wars mini action figure collector's case. Action figures sold separately. The collector's case holds 24 Star Wars action figures, like Stormtrooper, R5-D4, and Snaggletooth. It comes with 2 plastic trays to keep them in, or you can turn the trays over and display all your figures in action poses. You can pack up Star Wars action figures and take them with you.
The Star Wars mini action figure collector's case. Action figures each sold separately. From Kenner. It's the new Boba Fett Star Wars large-size action figure from Kenner. Darth Vader sold separately.
Capture them alive.
I'm the best bounty hunter in the whole galaxy. That's why you got the job.
Boba Fett has a see-through helmet with play rangefinder to locate your objective. You can move his legs, knees, arms, even wrists and elbows. His backpack unit is removable.
You have your mission. Good luck. I don't need luck. I'm the best.
New Boba Fett Star Wars large-size action figure from Kenner. Darth Vader sold separately.
It's the Darth Vader collector's case from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. You can display it or open it up into an action figure storage unit. It holds up to 31 action figures like Bosk, Lando Calrissian, and IG-88. Action figures each sold separately. There's even a handy chamber for accessories. And it's got a hidden handle, so you can take it with you. Darth Vader collector's case from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. New from Kenner. I feel safe here.
Thanks to Lando Calrissian.
Welcome to Cloud City.
From Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection, action figures R2-D2, Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, each sold separately. And here's action figures Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and IG-88.
They can't escape us. I'll get the bounty. No, Pop, I will. You've got your mission, man. Now move out.
IG-88, Bosk, Lando Calrissian, and other action figures each sold separately. From Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection, from Kenner.
Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Chewbacca, and 18 other action figures, all from Kenner Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection, each sold separately. At participating stores, you can check specially marked packages for details on how to get the secret figure. New Bosk, Alien Bounty Hunter, not available in stores yet, free with 4 proofs of purchase from any of the Empire Strikes Back action figures. Offer expires May 31st, 1980. Darth Vader, Chewbacca, Boba Fett, and other action figures, each sold separately. From Kenner Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection.
It's a Bespin guard.
Halt, strangers.
Take us to Lando Calrissian.
Follow me.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
I'm Lando. Who's there? Han Solo on a mission with a rebel soldier. What's your mission? We're fighting the Empire, and we need your help.
Han Solo, Rebel Soldier, Lando Calrissian, and Bespin Guard, each sold separately. From Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. New from Kenner.
An all-terrain walker. It's invaded Hoth.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. New Hoth ice planet that you put together. You can make the elevator go up or down.
Hoth!
New Imperial Stormtrooper, Rebel Soldier, and Han Solo action figures each sold separately.
Get him, Han.
When you push the action lever, Stormtrooper falls.
Now's my chance to sneak in. I'll cover you with the radar laser cannon.
Hoth Ice Planet from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. New from Kenner.
We gotta knock out the command post. Come on!
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Imperial attack base that you put together.
Stormtroopers behind that gun.
Chewbacca and Han Solo and Imperial Stormtrooper action figures each sold separately. You can press the ice levers to pretend the mine explodes.
You okay?
Yeah!
And make the bridge fall.
That was close. Command post in sight. Fire!
Nice job!
Imperial attack base from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. From Kenner.
Activate meditation chamber.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, Darth Vader's Star Destroyer that you put together. Batteries not included.
Darth Vader's stronger now. He's got moves.
Luke Skywalker. Action figures each sold separately. You can slide the viewing screen, turn Darth on the command bridge, and make Luke escape through the hidden hatch.
Test the laser cannon.
We gotta find Luke. Come on.
Darth Vader's Star Destroyer from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. From Kenner.
TIE fighter attack. Sound battle alert.
It's Millennium Falcon. You have to put it together. And an Imperial TIE Fighter. Batteries for each not included.
Fire laser. Secure the ship. Let's get out of here.
Ships and Han Solo action figure all sold separately.
He's on my tail. Hang on. Uh-oh. He hit an asteroid. Got it. Yeah.
Imperial TIE Fighter, Millennium Falcon, and action figure all sold separately. From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Yoda, AT-AT driver, 41 action figures from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, each sold separately.
You can send for this new action figure survival kit free with 5 proofs of purchase from any Empire Strikes Back action figures. 12 accessories like Hoth backpack that fits on action figures sold separately. Offer expires May 31st, 1981. Details on specially marked packages at participating stores. Yoda, AT-AT driver, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Your step must be quick. Your action, sure.
Yoda Puppet and the Force Lightsaber, each sold separately.
As you move your lightsaber, the sound of the Force moves with you. It can be a powerful friend. That is your first lesson. Learn it well.
The Force isn't my lightsaber.
The Force is in all things, even you, my young Jedi.
The Force Lightsaber and new Yoda Puppet, each sold separately. From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Tauntaun!
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, it's Tauntaun.
My mission is urgent.
Tauntaun has removable reins and saddle. Action figures each sold separately.
Hail, Rebel Soldier! Han Solo, help! Luke Skywalker's in danger.
Tauntaun's front and hind legs move.
Luke's okay. I found him. Our mission's complete.
Tauntaun from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. From Kenner.
Laser guns, test firing. Release landing gear.
From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, it's Rebel Armored Snowspeeder. Batteries not included.
You got my message.
C-3PO and Rebel Soldier action figures each sold separately.
We'll get you to safety. The Empire forces. We've got to escape.
Snowspeeder has laser guns with sound and light action.
Got 'em. Back to the Rebel base.
Rebel Armored Snowspeeder from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. From Kenner. From Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, Millennium Falcon that you put together. Batteries not included.
Nice landing, Han Solo. Uh-oh, come on, Chewbacca. Stormtroopers are coming.
Action figures each sold separately.
Got 'em on radar. I'll fire the laser laser cannon.
There's even a hidden storage hatch.
Ready for takeoff. Jump to light speed. We're gone. On to the Death Star.
Millennium Falcon from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
Intruders in Cloud City. Touchdown and investigate.
From Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection, Twin Pod Cloud Car.
Bespin Guard, who is she?
I'm Princess Leia. I'm being followed, Lando.
Quick, get in.
Lando Calrissian and other action figures each sold separately. You can open and close both cockpits and push the landing gear up.
Don't worry, they'll never catch you now.
Twin Pod Cloud Car from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately. From Kenner.
Take away his laser pistol, robot. You'll pay for this, Lando Calrissian.
Han Solo and other action figures each sold separately.
Ugnut, check the carbon freezing chamber. Ready, sir. Why did you do it? The Empire tricked me, Han. I had no choice. Prepare for freezing. Long live the Alliance. Goodbye, my friend.
Lando Calrissian and Han Solo, Ugnaught, and Lobot action figures each sold separately. From Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. From Kenner.
Bet you know what this is. It's the Darth Vader collector's case from the Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Inside, it's got room for your favorite Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back action figures.
They fit?
Yeah, there's Dengar, AT-AT Driver, Rebel Commander, Leia, and 2-1B. You can hold up to 31 action figures, each sold separately, and you can take them with you. Darth Vader collector's case. Action figures, each sold separately. From Kenner.
Chewie, an Imperial Probot is searching for the Rebel base.
It's Kenner's turret and Probot playset. You have to put it together.
Let's check it out, Chewbacca. Keep me covered with a laser cannon.
Action figures each sold separately. You can move Han Solo with the action lever and knock out the Probot.
We got him, Chewie!
Yay! But now they know where we are.
Turret and Probot playset from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
Cloud Car pilot reporting, sir.
Twin Pod Cloud Car and action figures each sold separately.
All right. Make your report, pilot. Lobot, a rebel craft has just entered Bespin airspace. Sound the alarm. Attention all security personnel. Red alert. Guard, is the landing pad secure? Yes, sir. Rebel craft intercepted. We're ready for anything.
Twin Pod Cloud Car, new Cloud Car pilot, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Imperial stormtroopers injured, FX7.
I'll save him.
From Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
Chewbacca's hurt too.
FX7 has 8 movable arms.
The medical droid did it. You saved me, Rebel soldier. Why? When the Force is with you, your duty is to do good.
FX7, Rebel Soldier, Imperial Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca. Action figures each sold separately from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. From Kenner.
It's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back action figures. 47 in all, each sold separately. Here's new Bespin Guard, AT-AT Commander, and Imperial TIE Fighter pilot. Now you can get this new 4LOM action figure free for 5 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packages at participating stores. Offer expires August 31st, 1982. New Bespin Guard, new AT-AT Commander, new Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, each sold separately. From Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection. It's new Luke Skywalker and Chewbacca from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection, each sold separately. Now you can send for this display arena for $2 and 10 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. It displays in different ways up to 56 action figures. Action figures not included. Offer expires May 31st, 1982. Details on specially marked packages at participating stores. New Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Prepare to receive cargo.
Kenner's Sleigh 1 comes with frozen Han Solo.
Is Han Solo completely frozen, Stormtrooper? Yes, Boba Fett.
Action figures each sold separately.
Place them in the prisoner retention unit.
Sleigh 1 has a rear loading ramp.
Prepare for takeoff. Check.
movable cannons, and gravity-operated wings that trigger lock.
On to Jabba!
Slave One with frozen Han Solo from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Action figures each sold separately.
Peter the Falcon, my left wing said, emergency landing!
It's Millennium Falcon and Rebel Armored Snowspeeder. You have to put them together. Batteries for each not included. Ships and Rebel Commander action figure each sold separately.
Enemy approaching! Test fire laser machine guns. Close cockpit. Prepare for takeoff. Resume mission. Yeah! All systems go!
Millennium Falcon, a Rebel Armored Snowspeeder sold separately. Action figure also sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Parents of Earth. Thank you, Chewbacca. Parents, we've traveled from the swamps of Dagobah.
Where are you? Help you again? Yes.
To the battlefields of the ice planet Hoth. Oh my! Now from Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back comes Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. A toy universe of heroes, villains, fantastic space vehicles, and faraway galaxies. I was just getting to that. These are action figures, 47 in all. Fantastic. Look, it's AT-AT, all-terrain armored transport. Easy, Chewbacca. Here's Dagobah, training grounds for Master Luke. That's Slave One with frozen Han Solo. And this is Hoth Wampa, the snow beast with Tauntaun. From the ice planet. Remember, parents, there's only one Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection from Kenner.
It's new Zuckuss, 4 LOM, an Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, 3 of 48 action figures from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, each sold separately. And now, from Star Wars New Revenge of the Jedi collection, it's Admiral Akbar, not yet available in any store, but free with 6 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packs at participating stores. Offer expires January 31st, 1983. New 4 LOM, Zuckuss, Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. It's new Zuckuss, 4 LOM, an Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, 3 of 48 action figures from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection, each sold separately. And now, from Star Wars New Revenge of the Jedi collection, it's Admiral Akbar, not yet available in any store, but free with 6 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packs at participating stores. Offer expires January 31st, 1983. New 4 LOM, Zuckuss, Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Chewbacca, this way. More! Take me to Han Solo and Princess Leia. I must warn them.
C-3PO that you can take apart, and other action figures each sold separately.
What happened? Han, Leia, sneak attack. I'm all in pieces. What a mess. Put him down, Chewie. How's that, C-3PO? Wonderful. More! Chewie says you have great legs.
Han Solo, C-3PO with backpack, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Dagobah sure is strange. Now, R2-D2, be careful. Uh-oh.
Action figures each sold separately, like Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 with sensor scope.
R2, come out of there right now. Help me locate Yoda with your sensor scope. You found someone, I'd say. Your search is over, Luke. Ben Kenobi and Yoda. Learns quickly, edition Jedi.
Yoda, R2-D2, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection.
I've waited a long time for this, Luke Skywalker. Ready, Darth Vader. Together we'll rule the galaxy.
Introducing Bespin World, new from Star Wars Micro Collection line. 16 die-cast figures and action poses included. It's 3 play sets in 1.
Here's Bespin Gantry. Darth Vader's dueling it out with Luke in Cloud City. Gee, all 4 of these figures fit in one hand. Yeah, they're really tiny. I'll connect Gantry to Bespin Control Room. Watch what happens to Luke. Wow, Luke and the Alliance are really done for this time. But there's lots more action in Bespin Freeze Chamber. 8 die-cast figures. Activate Bespin Freeze Chamber. He's frozen solid. I bet Boba Fett can't wait. What a cargo. But Lando's out to escape hatch. He'll save Solo. Boy, he better move fast. He will, but for now I'll snap in the freeze chamber. So it's the whole world of Bespin. Yeah.
Bespin World from Star Wars Micro Collection line. Play sets also sold separately, figures included. New from Kenner.
cave. Luke's inside. We better get him out. Arg! Wampa!
Introducing Hoth World. 3 playsets in 1. New from Star Wars Micro Collection line. 19 die-cast figures and action poses included.
Wow, they're small enough to fit in one hand. Yeah, pow! So much for Probot Spy. It's safe, Chewie. Arg! Arg! We can get back to Hop Eye and Cannon.
Hey, it connects to Hop Wampa Cave.
Han's here.
Close blast doors. Raise Rebel Soldier in observation tower. Empire's approaching, Princess Leia. Activate ion cannon.
They're bombarding our base. Quick, connect to the Hop generator attack. Vader's headed in with Scout Walker and stormtroopers.
Scout work is hit, sir. Aim for the generators, men. Good work.
The world of Hop is ours. Yeah!
Hoth World from Star Wars Micro Collection line. Playsets also sold separately. Figures included. New from Kenner.
It's Star Wars Micro Collection line with Death Star World, Hoth World, Bespin World, and vehicles, each sold separately. Here are 6 die-cast Rebel Soldiers and Stormtroopers, not available in stores. You can get them free for 2-person purchase from any playsets or vehicles in the Star Wars Micro Collection line. Details on specially marked packages in participating stores. Offer ends January 31st, 1983. Hoth World from Star Wars Micro Collection line. Playsets also sold separately, figures included. New from Kenner.
Long ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the Star Wars saga began, and Kenner continues the excitement. Tauntaun, Hoth Wampa, and action figures each sold separately.
Han Solo! Help! It's got Luke! Watch it, Tauntaun! Gotcha!
Tauntaun comes with an open belly rescue feature.
You'll be okay, Luke, as soon as I chase away that thing.
Tauntaun, Hoth Wampa, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection.
Well done, Chewbacca. Parents, we've been ordered by the Rebel High Command to show you all the excitement and adventure of Star Wars action figures. Chewbacca, a new take-apart C-3PO. Here's new R2-D2 with sensor scope. 47 action figures in all, including new AT-AT Commander and new Cloud Car pilot. Remember, parents, there's only one Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection from Kenner.
No life forms here.
Wampa!
New Hoth Wampa, Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo in Hoth outfits, each sold separately.
I'll look higher.
Wampa! Wampa!
R2-D2, use your sensor scope. I can't find Luke. Hey, you big fur coat. Try me on for size.
Wampa, 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 Wampa.
Thanks, Han. And you too, R2.
New Hoth Wampa, R2-D2 with sensor scope and other action figures, each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back collection.
It's Darth Vader, Lando Calrissian, and 4LOM from Kenner's Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection. Part of the Star Wars collection of 48 action figures, each sold separately. Now there's a brand new action figure not yet available in stores. It's 9-Num. You can get 9-Num free with 5 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packages. Offer expires June 15th, 1983. Darth Vader, Lando Calrissian, 4LOM, and other action figures, each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection.
Of the new Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi. And you could be there if you're one of 5 grand prize winners in Kenner's Star Wars Return of the Jedi sweepstakes. Grand prize also includes Kenner's complete Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection. Entry deadline April 1st, 1983. Thousands enter. Only 5 win the grand prize. Details on posters and entry blanks at participating stores. Your entry gives you a chance to be one of the first to see
Return of the Jedi.
Imperial TIE Fighter, attack! X-Wing fighter to base! I'm in for a dogfight!
Imperial TIE Fighter and X-Wing Fighter from Star Wars Micro Collection line, each sold separately.
He's in my sight! Got me! I've been hit! I'm crashing! They're built for heavy battle action. They go right back together again. And each ship comes with a die-cast figure. The sky is where we belong!
Imperial TIE Fighter and X-Wing Fighter from Star Wars Micro Collection line, each sold separately. Figures included from Kenner.
Let's get out of here, Han Solo.
Careful, Luke Skywalker!
Death Star World, 2 playsets in 1 from Star Wars Micro Collection line. 14 die-cast figures and action poses included.
The Death Star escape has an elevator and a cannon that explodes. Wow! It connects to the Death Star compactor.
It's you and me, Ben Kenobi.
Watch this! Oh, no! The wall! Run for it! Made it!
Death Star World from Star Wars Micro Collection line. Playsets also sold separately, figures included. From Kenner.
Wampa! Hoth Wampa Cave! Luke's inside! It connects to Hoth's Iron Cannon.
Hoth World, 3 playsets in 1 from Star Wars Micro Collection line. 19 die-cast figures and action poses included.
Closed doors.
Raised tower.
Activate iron cannon.
Connected to Hoth's generator attack. Scoutwalker's hit.
Target generated.
The world of Hoth is ours! Yeah!
Hoth World from Star Wars Micro Collection line. Playsets also sold separately, figures included. From Kenner.
Emergency! Our prisoner escaped!
New Rebel Transport holds up to 42 action figures, each sold separately. Some assembly required.
You'll never get me, Rebel Commander! You can't escape, Imperial TIE Fighter pilot. Didn't find the lasers. Good. Backpacks and gas masks are safe. That means he's hiding. In the escape hatch. You knew where I was. Oldest trick in the book.
New Rebel Transport, some assembly required. Action figures each sold separately from Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back collection. Long ago, in a galaxy far away, the Star Wars saga began, and Kenner continues the excitement.
We must capture Luke Skywalker.
Zuckuss, Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, AT-AT Commander, and Hoth Luke Skywalker, each sold separately.
Those guys don't give up.
Which way now, AT-AT Commander?
He must be in here. We've got you now, Skywalker. Shoes on the other foot. I've got you.
Zuckuss, AT-AT Commander, and other action figures each sold separately from Kenner's Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection.
Star Wars. You and your children loved it. Now, the Earthlings at Kenner have asked my associate and me to present the Star Wars collection. Truly remarkable toys and games for your children. What are you so excited about now? My goodness, the Star Wars TIE Fighter and X-Wing Fighter. Now your children can relive our great space battles or collect our wonderful Star Wars companions with Kenner's Star Wars action figures. R2, it's a little you. Kenner's new radio-controlled R2-D2 anyone can command. Ah, the Star Wars land speeder that moves like it's floating. And here's Kenner's Death Star space station, 4 floors of action. A trash compactor, too. Listen, R2, that's the Star Wars electronic laser battle, a game of speed, reflex, and reaction. These and other toys and games in Kenner's Star Wars collection are sold separately. Batteries are not included. May the Force be with you and your children.